Alright, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about a simple but really powerful technique for feeling more interesting and just having better conversations. It's called the spike method, and trust me, it's way easier than it sounds. Have you ever been there? You're in a conversation, someone asks you what you do for fun, and your mind just goes completely blank? Yeah, you're not alone. It's that super awkward moment where you feel like you have absolutely nothing interesting to say about yourself. I mean, think about it. When you were a kid, your personality was just there. It was effortless. You were the kid who was obsessed with Harry Potter, knew a ton of frog facts, and was weirdly good at Connect 4. Everyone knew it. But now, as an adult, that clarity just kind of fades. So let's just give this a name. Let's call it the personality problem. Why is this feeling so common? And why does it feel so frustrating? It's this vicious cycle, right? Someone asks about your interests, you draw a blank, and you feel a little worse about yourself each time it happens. After a while, you start to believe that you actually are boring, even when that's definitely not true. So, if we all know the problem, what's the solution? Well, before we get to what actually works, we really need to talk about why most of the advice you hear just fails. The stuff you find online is usually super generic and it completely misses the point. You know the number one piece of advice you always hear? Just be yourself. Well, the source material for this calls that extrovert propaganda, and that's just brilliant. I mean, it's great advice if you're already a social butterfly, but for the rest of us, it's not helpful. It doesn't give you anything real to work with. And that leads you down this whole trail of bad advice, taking personality tests, someone telling you to just read more books, or joining a random pottery class. Look, those things aren't bad, but they don't solve the core issue of how to actually seem interesting to other people. So this is the key. We have to reframe the goal. You don't need to go out and get a whole new personality. The real objective is way more practical. Seem interesting, always have something ready to talk about, and be memorable long after the conversation is over. And this is where the solution comes in. It's a fantastic little trick called the spike method. So, this method actually comes from a super high-stakes world, college admissions. It was designed to help normal students stand out in a massive pile of applications to elite schools. And hey, if it can get someone into an Ivy League, it can definitely help you at a party, right? A spike is exactly what it sounds like. Picture a flat line, and then one sharp, distinct point that just jumps out. That's your spike. It's that one niche thing that you know more about than pretty much anyone else in the room, and it works because it's unexpected. It breaks the boring pattern of small talk and makes you instantly memorable. And listen, we're not talking about mainstream stuff here. The kind of things that work for those college essays are things like competitive knitting or the medical applications of the video game Tetris. The more niche and unusual, the better, because it shows genuine passion. Okay, so that's the theory. How do you actually build one of these spikes for yourself? It is genuinely this simple. Step 1, pick something, anything at all that you find interesting, no matter how weird you think it is. Step 2, just dive into it for a little bit, maybe a few weeks. You don't need to become a world-class expert, just know more than the average person. And step 3, make that your go-to thing to talk about. That's it. Seriously, there's no hidden step 4. Now, to prove how well this works, let's take an example that most people would think is, well, pretty boring. Let's talk about cleaning. You might think it's a conversational dead end, but just watch this. So imagine someone asks the dreaded question, what do you do for fun? Instead of freezing up, you hit them with this. You've just turned the most generic question ever into a super intriguing hook. I mean, who doesn't want to know the truth about robot vacuums? You've just created instant curiosity. And check this out. The spike isn't just for talking. It can actually create activities. Your friend says they're bored. You can offer a genuinely unique and kind of fun invitation that's based on your spike. This makes you seem proactive and, yeah, interesting. Okay, and this is a really important point. Your spike is not your entire personality. You don't have to talk about cleaning all night long. It's just an opener. Think of it like a tool to get your foot in the door of a good conversation. After that, you can talk about whatever you want. Alright, on to the final, and honestly, the most crucial piece of this entire puzzle. Once you have their attention with your spike, how do you actually keep it? Because here's the big disclaimer. You could have the weirdest, coolest, most interesting spike in the world, but it will totally fall flat if you can't talk about it in the right way. The topic itself doesn't matter nearly as much as your delivery. Think about the difference between a PhD-level volcano expert and someone like Bill Nye. The expert is brilliant, for sure, but if they use a bunch of big words and technical jargon, people just tune out. Bill Nye explains the exact same topic using simple language and fun analogies, and suddenly everybody is totally hooked. Your goal is to be Bill Nye, not the confusing expert. This is the golden rule, right here. Don't try to sound smart, try to be understood. People are naturally curious, and they will happily listen to you talk about competitive knitting or pressure washing as long as you make it accessible and engaging for them. And that really brings us to the end. The method is simple, it's effective, and anyone can do it. So the only thing left to ask is, what's your spike gonna be?